ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk Fins Talk. Joining me tonight, as always, is the one and only, a.k.a. Dolphin Thirsty, Rob Mosley. How you doing, Rob?
Can't complain, Steve. Thank you. How you doing out
Rob,
in Texas?
Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Are you there, Steve? Oh, I don't think Steve's with me. Hey, Evan and Digging in the Trenches, Justin. How are you guys? Welcome, being the first guest in here today. It's awesome to see you guys. So, you're back, Steve?
Yeah, I see. I'm back. So, Rob, let us know what you got going on at DolphinThirsty.com.
Today I got an article up about Tua and Herbert saying, let's just end all the bickering. Let's just enjoy what we have. We're going to enjoy Tua as Dolphin fans. They can enjoy Herbert as Charger fans. In a couple of weeks, we're going to meet all up, and then, that's to be one hell of a week on, social media. But, yeah, everything's doing great.
Absolutely.
And, good to be here. So everything good out in Texas?
Oh. Yeah, everything's great. It's warmed up a little bit. It was a little chilly last week, but it has warmed up a little bit, so I'm happy about that. Anything below 70 degrees, I'm cold. But Rob, also I wanted to talk to you about you have a new show in the mornings, don't you?
Yes, I do. Me and one of our guests here today, Digging in the Trenches, him and I, 10 a.m. most weekdays. We're off until next Monday, though, because I got family here, so we're taking a little break for the Thanksgiving Day week. But you can catch us Mondays, 10 a.m. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. And by the way, I did read that article on Hebert and Tua that you wrote. Very good piece. I enjoyed that. It was real fair. Yeah. I think a lot of you Dolphin fans out there we're going to enjoy that article. It was really good article.
Thank you again.
So, Rob, what we're going to do is, how's your bye week going? Number one,
hey,
you haven't play this week, so.
I know. I'm looking forward. I can't wait till they play. I'm not going to rush it, though, because I got my oldest son here for Thanksgiving, so I don't want the time to go too fast because I only have him for he has to leave Saturday to get back up to Gainesville in time for stuff on Monday. And he wants to be able to get the Dolphins game in on Sunday up there. He doesn't want to be driving, so he's leaving me on Sunday, So, hey, at least he has his priorities straight because it's Florida State, weekends, and the Gators are taking on the Seminoles, but he still cares more about the Dolphin game. So, he's a smart kid.
Good. Yeah. Good deal. And by the way, what we're going to do is, number one, I wanted to say one thing before we get started tonight. I haven't said this enough, and I haven't said it in a long time. I want to thank our producer, founder, Bobby Melendez, for allowing us to do this. Without him and his great producing and the team at Fin Sports Talk Network, we wouldn't be able to do this. So I just want to thank him very, very much.
Yes, I would like to join you.
So let's get
No, but seriously, I agree. I agree with everyone. And Evan has one quick question. No, Evan, my wife is converted to an American Thanksgiving, so no poutine this go around, so but she'll be eating pumpkin pie and all that good kind of stuff, but no poutine for the Thanksgiving Day table. Anyway, go on, Steve. I'm sorry, I just interrupted.
All right, so let's get started. No, you're good, man. So let's get started. Let's talk a little bit about the Dolphins here. The game coming up. We're playing Houston this week coming up. Houston Texans. Yeah. We're playing in the Hard Rock Stadium, so it's not an away game. We're 7-3. I mean, we're in great shape to make a good run for the playoffs. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again.
And he's going to say again that he thinks we're going to advance some games through the playoffs and get all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm reading his mind. I don't really know what he's going to say, but I know the minute that we got Chubb on the team, he was already predicting Super Bowl. So he's going to say it again. I know you're going to say it again. You're expecting some playoff. I started talking for you again. We're so good on this show.
That's fine.
I can think what you're going to think. But anyway, so I assume you were going to say that you think we're a serious playoff contender. Anyway, so you can continue.
Oh, I was going to even go beyond that. I'm going to say we're a Super Bowl contender.
Okay, I did say that, but I didn't want to talk all the way for you. I did say that for you. So, all right.
Yeah. No, that's good. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rob. But anyway, so we're playing the Houston Texans. Look, the Houston Texans are not that good of a football team. In fact, I have some statistics here. Just a quick overview. Their defense is ranked 30th in the NFL. They're allowing 23 points a game. Miami's defense is 21st in the league. Now they're allowing 24 points a game.
I know.
But they are only allowing home games are only allowing 15 points. So the defense steps up when they play at home, and they're playing at home this weekend. So Miami's offense right now, the latest is ranked 3rd in the NFL. 3rd. And they're averaging 25 points a game. Houston, let's see. Do I have Houston's offense ranked here? Yeah. They're 32nd in the league. And they're
a bad football team.
Yeah, and they're averaging 15 points a game. So look, again, they're an NFL football team. We just saw Washington beat the Washington Commanders beat the Philadelphia Eagles. This Houston team is going to come into this Hard Rock Stadium, and they have nothing to lose, right?
They're going to play all out.
To lose. They're going to play all out. So what I'm saying is Miami cannot be coming in this game, asleep. They can't sleepwalk through this game. They can't just go through the motions, and they've just come off a bye week. So are they going to be a little rusty? Are they? We don't know, right? But
no, we don't know. But
what's your take on that?
I expect them to win, even if they don't bring their A game by going into the fourth quarter. We're just going to start beating them down, I think. And maybe, like you said, there might be a little rust to, get off the wheels, but there is no reason that we shouldn't be up there. I know their Dolphins are like double-digit favorites. I'm not a Vegas guy, so I don't know the exact, but last I heard it's like 11 and a half, 12, something in that neighborhood favorite, and we should definitely be able to cover that. There's no reason that we should let Houston hang in with us for long. We just got to go beat them down, because if you're a true playoff team like you're saying we are, they don't mess. Like when New England was dominating our division all these years, other than some losses to the Dolphins that weren't always the best, they very seldom played poorly against a bad team, because you just got to, you can't let a bad team hang in you, because like you say, one bad kick, not to mention names, Jason Sanders, one thing could go wrong if you let a team hang in with you, and you can't have that happen. Speaking of hanging in, I think my buddy is not hanging in. There he is. There he's back. So anyway, what I'm saying, I'm with you. Any Given Sunday, heck, they made a movie after the title, Any Given Sunday, because it's always a tough game in the NFL. But there is no reason on this green earth that we should lose to the Houston Texans. All that momentum that we have, and we're singing the praises of Tua, talking about being the division lead, that's going to go out the window if we lose to Houston, because then we go 3 games on the road. I know that's one of your next segments, so I'm not going to jump into those 3 games yet, but let's just say it gets a lot tougher after Houston. I hate the old cliche. I hate the old cliche. We already used one, Any Given Sunday, but I hate this old cliche. This is a must win. This is a must. This is a definition. If you flip to the new dictionary and open up must win, you're going to see the Dolphins versus Houston. There's no way you can lose this game. So I think Miami will win. And me, I'm always that nervous guy to say one game at a time. But this game, the Dolphins are going to win. I'm not sure on my prediction, but I would say they should win by double-digit points at least. If not, that's going to be concerning to me if they're like in the fourth quarter struggling to win at the very end. This needs to just be a, tune-up for the tough road stretch. Again, I'm not going to jump into your thing there, but that's it. This needs to be a tune-up. Almost treat it like you win, get some players rested, hopefully in the fourth quarter, like we were able to do against the Browns. That's what I'm looking forward to, and then me too. And get ready. So anyway, go now. You can go. I know. You
no
go
problem.
on to your next segment.
I honestly, I agree with you on everything you said there, Rob. I think they should score at least 40, 50 points in this game. I'm serious. The way that this offense has been playing, and if they can continue with their passing attack and running game, the balanced attack that they had from the last game, we should be up there in the 40s with this team. I wouldn't expect.
I'm with you.
I don't expect less.
Yep. No, I agree. Because I remember the last time we played the Texans, it was like one of the worst games in history last year. I mean, we won. I mean, we know when I say we, I mean the Dolphins. So the Dolphins won last year, but that's one of the worst games I've watched. That's one of those ones I just want to get out of my memory and pretend I never saw. It was like horrible. I could have been watching the paint dry and had as much fun. Yes,
I agree.
The Dolphins won, but that was an awful brand of football. I mean, it was awful. It just didn't, we always say, well, a W's a W, but after that one, it almost didn't even feel like a W. It was just so ugly. But, yes, we've come miles, and I mean, we've just come so far that this should just be like another Cleveland game where we're just the better team and we win and we show it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we ought to give in Hard Rock Stadium, the fans should give a standing ovation to Larry Tensel when they mention his name.
Yeah, Tonso, you're right. That's for sure. He has helped build this to what we've got. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're both in agreement there. I can see him just dominating this game for sure. I'm not too worried about Houston. I'm really not. The teams that I'm worried about are, as you mentioned earlier, is right after we play the Houston Texans, we go to California and we've got to play the 49ers and the Chargers. Both of those teams, and the 49ers are hot right now.
No, they're a good, solid team.
Yeah, and so is Jimmy G. Jimmy G's been playing great. He's been having a good year. The thing that we got going for him in both of those games, going for us as the Dolphins I'm speaking of, is it's warm weather. It's warm weather. So those two games are yeah. So that's one good thing we have going for us. And then right after that, we've got to fly all the way across the United States on the East Coast, and we got to play the Buffalo Bills. Now, that game is probably going to be a cold game. We know that in Buffalo, especially now the last week, we had over 6 foot of snow, almost close to 7 feet of snow.
Yeah.
So these next 3 games after Houston are going to be a real test for these Miami Dolphins, this Miami Dolphins football team.
I know. Then you can even look farther in the binoculars after those 3, and it gets no easier because then it's tough.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it. We basically have 7 games left. Of those 7, 3 are at home. If you win all 3,
yes, 3 are at home.
Right. So if you win all 3, that gets you to 10 wins. So, that's why Justin and I were discussing the other day. So, and I think they should take advantage, because the Packers are really tough this year. I mean, not really. They're not tough this year, but you never know. They still got Aaron freaking Rodgers, and he could go off that one game. You just don't know because they're Heckle and Jekyll. One week it looks like because they went and beat the Cowboys, so everyone's, the Packers are back. Then they go lay an egg against Tennessee. So you just don't know what Aaron Rodgers and Packers are going to get. But it is a game I believe that the Dolphins this year, when I looked at that game, that's why we can never start a season looking at a schedule because you say, oh my God, Packers on Christmas Day.
That's right.
That's going to be a brute.
That's right.
And now the Packers aren't as good as what we thought. But there's other type. The Jets are tougher than what we thought they were going to be coming in. So you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah, no.
But I know we won't get past those 3 games. But if you just look a little farther, like I said, so of the 7 games, but at least 2 of the last 3 are back in Miami Gardens. So that's good, but 4 of the next 7 are on the road. So it's just it's
a tough stretch, man.
It's tough.
No matter how you slice it.
Yeah, and it's going to tell us, yes, digging and the trenches, my friend buddy Justin. He's basically saying the 3-game road trip would tell us where we stand moving forward. That's kind of what you and I said on the phone today, Steve.
That's right.
This is going to tell us where we stand. Whether we're pretenders or contenders. Because if we go and drop all 3, we're just pretenders again. We are. I'm sorry. You can't. If you're a serious player, as tough as those are, you can't drop all 3. Very minimum, they have to beat the Chargers, in my view. They have to, because that's a conference game. Of course the Bills are too, but the Bills are going to be hell bent on having their best foot going forward since we beat them down here in South Florida. So of those, we have to win the Chargers games, in my view, because that could be direct competition. Because if you drop that game, then they move closer to us. If in the wild card, then we fall, and the Bills move ahead of us in the division. So that's like a definite, but it's we'll see. That's what we're going to know where we stand. Or contenders or pretenders will be known soon. It's going to be known real soon.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean we won't get. We could drop all 3 of those and still make the playoffs. But then in my heart, I know we're. It's just going to be like, oh, we're going to make the playoffs, and it's going to be one of those one and done again, or maybe squeaking one. But if we win 2 of 3, if we win 3 of 3, I'm going to become like. But might as well bump Evan off the bandwagon and just have every show all day on YouTube, me praising the Dolphins if they go 3-0 on that. It would just be called the Rob Thirsty, whatever. It would be whatever. It would be, bandwagon 24/7 because I'd be on such a high if they win all 3 of those games. But it's going to be a tough stretch.
I agree.
And the good feeling is, I actually look at some of those games and I feel, pretty confident. I also know there's going to be some tough games, but I don't look at one of those games and say, oh my God, the Dolphins have no chance. And which is so good. It's because like 2 years ago, when all the Dolphins had to do was go up to Buffalo and beat. I knew we weren't going to win that game all week. It wasn't even fun because, all we have to do is beat Buffalo. And I hate that feeling. But just a couple years later, when the plan's starting to come together, I actually have faith we can go win some of those games, and it's just a good feeling.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If this was last year or, 10 years ago or whatever, 20 years ago, well, maybe not 20 years ago, but years back, I'd be worried right now with the stretch that we have to make in the next 7 games, our next 6 games, not counting Houston. I would definitely be worried, but I'm not. I'm pretty comfortable where we're at, 7-3. I'm just confident.
That's all mine.
Folks, I want to thank you for watching the show tonight. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, your families, and your neighbors. And don't forget, for our 500th subscriber, we have the giveaway, the jersey giveaway, and it's Jalen Waddle, and there it is, Jalen Waddle and Jafon Holland. So please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.
Yep. And if you can't wait to win one, hit up Justin of Digging in the Trenches. You can buy one right away. He's the man get.
There you go.
You want to get connected. Of course, it's going to be great to win one, but you could get the other one already, and then you have an easy pick when you win. He's the man to get.
All right. So I got written down here some keys. The keys to Miami making some waves in December here, because we know that in December, especially in Miami, for Miami Dolphins, it's been a tough time for them to get through. So I think some of the keys, the number one key that I believe is staying healthy. We need to stay healthy. We don't need any more injuries. I know it's part of the game. And honestly, we've had our share of injuries, but there's been other teams that have had some big injuries as well. Yeah. So we're not the only one in the NFL that hasn't. But the key is to staying healthy, and that goes for any team really. Staying healthy and
Yep.
Also, number 2, I would say number 2 is our passing game. Can we continue with Waddle and Tyreek with the passing game. I also think, Rob, and I don't know, you tell me what you think. I think Tua needs to do like he did this last game with Cleveland, was spread that ball around.
Yes, definitely. Because teams will better teams will start game planning if you only got the two. Because darn well the game up in New England, Bill Belichick will know how to game plan to take a couple of those guys out. You're going to have a more variety to come. You're going to have to come and show you can either beat them running or hit other targets going to, it's going to be because he will. And the 49ers are no slouch either. So if you can only have those two, they would know how to, good coaches can set down one or two. But when you start throwing in other targets and balance the running game, then you become really, really difficult to stop. And Dolphins are starting to give us that hint of the running game and using more weapons, And so that's great. Like you said, Tua spread the ball. I mean, you can't.
Absolutely.
That may have been one of his best performances. I mean, he didn't have all the fancy yards and touchdown passes that he had against the Ravens and some of the other teams. But that overall game, I think I lost my buddy. Anyway, that was great. To me, that might be his best pass of the game, of the season, was that out to Waddle. I know it's not as sexy as a big touchdown pass or whatever, but that out to Waddle was probably the best pass he's thrown all year. It was a thing of beauty because you throw it a quarter of an inch the wrong way, it's a pick six going this way, and he just, I couldn't have walked up there and handed it to Waddle than he threw it to Waddle. I would have to walk up there and say, "Hey, Jalen, here it is," and that's where Tua placed it. It was just a thing of beauty. And then his touchdown pass to Sherfield was probably his most beautiful touchdown pass. And I know we're probably overlooking a lot because every week it seems like now I'm saying there's a new greatest pass, but that just shows the progression Tua's making. Every week he's like bringing something else to us. So two of those passes in that game was against Cleveland. It's just like no one. I hate to mention him in the same breath, but Marino couldn't have placed those balls any better than what Tua placed those. And I'm not comparing him because Marino's in the Hall of Fame. He has a golden jacket, but those two throws, Marino, couldn't have done any better. Marino probably could have thrown them, but he wouldn't have done any better. Those were perfection. I loved it. I could watch those highlights over and over. It was just a thing of beauty. But anyway, I know I ramble on. Once you get me talking about Tua and the Dolphins, you get me rambling on. I know do you have any more points to go over?
I got a couple more.
Okay. I will stop.
But I liked your points about Tua.
Oh wait, time out, Steve. Your son Ryan's in the house. Your son's Ryan in the house. We got to give him. Hey, Ryan.
Oh, hey.
I'm trying to talk over your dad
some
today, Ryan. Don't get mad at me. I'm trying to blab over him once in a while. Anyway, go on, Steve. I'm sorry. You can go.
No problem. No, I like your points about Tua's accuracy and the ball placement. But we all knew he had the accuracy. What has impressed me about Tua this year has been his decision making. He's been in his progressions, like you said. He's making quick decisions and he's releasing the ball, throwing it. He's not hesitant, and he's staying right there in the pocket most of the times in making the throws. And just his decision making is what I've enjoyed seeing this year from Tua. Point number 3 is our defense. Pass defense. Okay. We've had a lot of injuries back there. That's where we've sustained a lot of our injuries. Look, Kahu has been playing out of his mind. He's a top-rated cornerback. He's a rookie. It says, "Go for it, Rob. We'll talk your ear off if you let him." Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true. But no. Kahu has been playing excellent. I would have never dreamed of him playing the way that he's
amazing.
Stepped up. Even Bethel. Bethel's been playing too. He was another one that we acquired in the was it the off season or was it during the injury period? I don't remember. But anyway, we acquired Bethel and he's been playing and stepping up.
Both of them
now that's
amazing.
Another key. Yeah, both of them have been amazing. And the thing too is we got Chubb. So that's another integral part that we've implemented in our defense. I think it's going to help as the season goes along. We're going to need him in the stretch, and so I think that's going to help with that organic pass rush, and it's going to help the other guys as well. Jalen Phillips has been trending up big time. He's playing. He's playing out of his mind too.
The sacks. He's just like
just a hair off. Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
He's going to get there.
Yeah, he will. He will. He will. But anyway, so the pass defense has to continue to play well, play like they've been playing. It's going to be tough because you got a rookie back there in Kohu, and these are going to be some tough games, and they're going to test them for sure. They're going to test them for sure.
Oh, I know for sure.
Yeah. So then the other thing that I have here, another key is going to be, of course, our special teams. Our special teams, especially Jason Sanders in the stretch. We need this guy. We need him to step up. He needs to clear his head out. Hopefully this bye week helped, and he put a lot of practice in.
Yeah.
And whatever's been in his head, I hope it's out, because we're going to need him during the stretch here. I mean, you can't miss extra points, man. I can understand a 55-yard field goal, but not extra points.
Not extra points, and a 29-yard field goal, burst of wind or no burst of wind. You can't be missing that. He did comment. I don't remember the exact quote, but I know Barry Jackson quoted Sanders this week, and he basically admitted he knows he has to, he's working on it and he has to get better, and so he knows. So that's why I say it's all here, because you've seen it's never been because something's short. I mean, the 50-yarders had plenty of distance. It's just one way or the other.
Been wide right or wide left.
I know, it's crazy. It's not like even one that okay, he can fix that and whatever. So we'll see. But like you say, he can't miss some of those, because it's going to come back to bite us in the butt, and it may be the difference between a playoff win or a playoff loss or a playoff seeding that could have been higher at home. Instead, we got to go on the road. So, and we have to get that figured out. So hopefully,
no doubt, I agree.
We get moving in that regard.
And it's not only Jason Sanders. Rob. It's the whole special teams. They've got to play, because you see what happened. Did you watch the New England game?
Oh yeah,
they won by a punt return touchdown.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I told my son, if that would have happened to the Dolphins losing a game like that, I would have just lost it. I would have been like, oh my God. So yes, and our special teams coverage has not been that great this year on top.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
And it worked, and we don't ever get a big return, So it's just like we're just not doing that well on that special teams. But hopefully the main thing is we got to get Sanders, because that's the end of the day. You're going to need to win some field goal games at the when it's all said and done. Hello, Raphael. Thank you for joining in.
No, I agree, Rob. And what's Raphael say? What is Bobby call him? Ralphie baby. Ralphie boy. It's Ralphie boy. Ralphie boy. Oh yeah, Ralphie boy.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, what's your final thoughts?
So anyway,
Steve? I don't know if you have any more of it. I just looked at the time. We got like a minute or so left.
No, my final thoughts is all these key points that we've got to like I just said, we've got to stay healthy is probably number one, and continue with the passing game and the balanced attack with the run game and the passing. Defense is I think the defense will improve. The pass defense. That's what I'm a little concerned about, that because we got a rookie back there, and I know they're going to test him.
But I know so far he's holding up, so hopefully he continues to hold up, because from what we're seeing this week, Jones isn't coming back. Byron Jones is not coming back, so that ship has sailed, it looks like. So we're in for what we have, basically. So we just keep them healthy, let them keep on performing, and like we have been. And I think it's going to be a solid into what's been a great season so far. And Steve, are you back? Okay, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So anyway, perfect timing to give everyone a fins up. Make sure you subscribe and like to this channel. Check my website out, Dolphin Thirsty, for great information. Check Steve out and all of us on Twitter. We're all Dolphin fans. We're all positive talk for the most part. And, we love you Dolphin fans. So fins up. Anything else, Steve?
No, that's it. I just thank everybody for watching tonight. And,
have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.
That's right. I was just going to say that too. Have a great Thanksgiving, and don't forget also also to like, subscribe, share with your family and friends. And what I always say, Dolphins #1!
#1! Fins up, baby.
Dolphins